let's talk about RPGs. I meant the game genre. There we go. Role-playing game, or RPG for short. It's basically a simulator for heroic adventures. This type of video games are easy to identify since they've been using the same tropes over the years. The main protagonist, the chosen one prophecy,
Colette.
diverse team of humans and animals, the cool, awesome and wise wizard, local evil dark lord, protagonist home being destroyed. Okay, MGS5 is not an RPG, but you get the idea. And can't forget the classic turn-based battle system. You encounter an enemy under nowhere, open the menu, choose attack on the enemy, then the enemy fights back, and instead of avoiding it, you just stand there and take the hit. As if it was a game of chess or something. Unlike a typical adventure game, RPG is all about character growth. Kill enemies to gain experience, finding the best weapons and armor, changing the character's gear setup, planning strategy information, making tough decisions in the story, and of course, grinding for materials. Role-playing games are not for everyone. Some players like to build characters and strategy, while others just want action. However, there are some RPG titles that are praised, beloved, and revisited by gamers in general. And this month, I'll talk about those titles that got my attention. I'm the Big Bro, and these are my top 5 favorite RPGs. What is that face? Final Fantasy X. Starting with the classic of PlayStation 2. I know it's Roman number 10, but I like to call it X. You take control of a young man named Titus. Titus? Huh, it almost sounds like tedious. You know what, I'm gonna name him Tedious in this run, just for fun.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight.
Nothing to worry about.
As I was saying, you take control of Tedious, a baseball player from Samarkand. It's basically underwater football. As well as other playable characters in Mile's story, such as Waka, a baseball player from a tropical island, Lulu, a god-looking mage with lots of belts, and Yuna, a kind woman who can summon divine beasts. No, not those ones, these ones. In the early entries of Final Fantasy, the series was known for its active time battle system, meaning you had to wait for the character bar to fill up before making another move, while enemies attack you even when you're not ready. But here it got replaced with conditional turn-based battle. You can take all the time in the world before making a move. That's really nice actually. I've always hated the pressure on active time. Speaking of moves, the level up system is a skill tree called Sphere Grids. With this you can choose any stat upgrade for a character as well as teaching new abilities. Kinda like the skill tree from Adventure Mode in Smash Ultimate. But here it's pretty big and with many options. And when you're not in battle, the game is actually kinda boring. No, seriously. The great majority of the game when you're not in battle is moving from point A to point B until you get a cutscene or a boss fight or a dungeon. Speaking of dungeons, while the puzzles aren't that hard, except for one of them, the one thing that drives me nuts is the fact that Tedious can grab more than one spear while doing the puzzles. Why? Are they radioactive, or is he just stupid? Well, the way to start the list, am I right? Sorry for sounding too harsh, but even favorite games have their unpleasant moments you don't want to revisit. But on the bright side, there's actually good stuff in this game. You can actually spray the game's mechanic and make the fight very easy. Like using Reflect on an enemy that auto hits a lot, teaching magic to attack users like Tedious and Waka, and dealing damage of 4 nines. Final Fantasy X is basically what RPGs are only good and bad at. The story is very rich and the characters are engaging, but you can't skip the long cutscenes. The level scenario looks great, but there's not much to interact with. The fights are fun, but the random mechanics are very annoying. The puzzles in the dungeons are simple, but they can be stressful if you're not paying attention. The game doesn't have many options for the system, but it sure has plenty of options for customizing character stats and weapons. Some things age well, but others didn't. It's one of those games that's best replayed at least once in a couple years. Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. This is the spin-off sequel of the first Tales of Symphonia game. 2 years after the events of the last game, the story follows Emil, a timid boy from Costa, and Mara, a mysterious girl with a red jewel on her forehead.
You don't remember, do you?
Their goal is to restore the world from natural disasters caused by ancient monsters.
Thank you so much, Emil. I really appreciate you saving me once again.
I didn't do anything. I mean, I was pretty much useless.
The Tales of series is known for its Smash Bros-like battle mechanic. You move a character sideways in real time, and you press a certain input for a special move. In the New World, however, it's the first game in the series where you can recruit monsters to defeat and make them fight alongside you. And when they level up enough, you can cook meals for them and upgrade their stats to make them evolve into stronger monsters. You know what's the typical behavior of an RPG protagonist? Optimistic, loyal, tough, brave, cheerful, daring, determined. Well, Emil is all the opposite. He's a coward, indecisive, sensible crybaby.
I guess I'll have to be the big manly knight that's protecting you.
Hey, I can be manly. I'm so pathetic. I need to try harder. I sometimes wish Ratatas would just possess me all the time so I wouldn't be afraid. I'm just not cut out for this sort of thing.
And you know what? That's good for me. Not saying I like hearing him whining all the time. Just saying that at least he plays a situation of how an RPG protagonist should be. And his character development is very noticeable. You don't see that every day actually. The one character I can't stand is Mara. The entire game she keeps leaving and returning to the team, changing the formation. Well, again? And when you're fighting monsters in the dungeon level when Mara is not available, it's a waste of time leveling her up again. My advice, pick Emil as the leader and the monsters are your teammates. At least they'll never abandon you like Mara does. The game is infamous for its limited gameplay and lack of content compared to the first game. Like the absence of world exploration, boring dungeons, and no customization for returning characters. But unlike Final Fantasy X, at least the game lets you skip most of the cutscenes. Hey, even gamers have tight schedules. I think this game is best suited for players who like what-if stories, but aren't used to exploration or puzzles. It's basically the flagship in the RPG community. Hold up, I know how to make world exploration more enjoyable. Dark Cloud. The very first game made by Level 5, a team who will later be known as the makers of Professor Layton series. At first glance, it does resemble to the Zelda series a little. You play as a boy with a green cap and a sword, exploring dungeons filled with monsters, visiting thematic regions, saving the world from a big evil threat. And that's it. Those are the only things Dark Cloud and Zelda have in common. The primary goal in this game is restoring bridges that were destroyed by the malevolent force called the Dark Genie. For that, Toan, our protagonist, is to create Atlas spheres that scattered to every dungeon. And once you collect them, you build bridges however you like. There are some discomforts in this game. The most notable one is the weapon durability. Your weapon loses durability when you hit or block a monster, and it will disappear if not repaired with a special power back. But hey, at least you can repair them, unlike the Zelda games on the Switch. For whatever reason, your characters get dehydrated for staying too long in a dungeon, and you have to bring plenty of water bottles.
What kind of place is this?
The thirst meter and the breaker weapons are annoying, yes, but I still love this game despite its flaws. My favorite part in the game is creating weapons for the characters. I am a huge fan of weapon design in video games, and I love collecting as many as I can. There's also a sequel of Dark Cloud called Dark Chronicle, or Dark Cloud 2 in the West. In this one the thirst meter is gone, and the weapons don't disappear after breaking. But unlike the previous game, you need to take photos around town, talk to NPCs, collect materials to build houses, trees, hills. Yeah, not a game for me. Some players may not like the plain simplicity of the first one, but that's fine. Not every game can please everyone. As for me, I know Dark Cloud certainly did.
Nice, Hugo! Oh, I've done it!
Here you go! Beautiful.
There are two types of fishermen.
Well, better than nothing.
Wise 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. For those who are familiar with the series, Wise is an action RPG title known for its fast-paced combat that goes long way back to the NES era. It's basically an RPG like Final Fantasy, but you move around like Zelda. The star of the series is Adol, the red-haired swordsman. In Wise 8, Adol is stranded on a mysterious island after a shipwreck, along with other castaways. Among the castaways, there are some that join Adol in the adventure, such as Latzia, a scholar woman from a noble family, and Zahad, an easygoing fisherman.
This one's alright.
And Adol and his team set on a journey to explore the mysterious island and find any more survivors.
My turn now!
We also introduced at the coaster of the game, Dana. All I can say about her is that she's pretty cool and badass. If I say anything else, I will probably spoil the story, so I'll leave it that way. Since you're on an island, obviously there are no shops where you can buy items. You need materials. Okay, what is it with materials collection RPGs anyway? I don't want to play Minecraft, I want to go on an adventure! At least Wise 8 is more forgiving. Here, you get materials just for playing. Slay monsters, smash rocks, logs, and trade materials for rare items for the castaways. And use these items to craft armor, forge weapons, and for the castaway camp's defense. Oh, by the way, your camp is constantly raided by monsters. Sorry, I forgot to mention. So yeah, this is a pretty solid action RPG. The levels are massive, the characters are memorable, most of them, the story is engaging, the fights are awesome, and the game is awesome.
And the sea, she could be gentle like a mother.
Actually, I tried some of the other Wise titles, and let me tell you, Wise 8 is the most peculiar one in the series. If you haven't played this one yet, give it a try when you can.
Oops! Must have flexed too hard.
Could you?
Chrono Trigger, a time-traveling RPG with the art style made by the late artist Akira Toriyama, the father of Dragon Ball. Delta Run. The older I get, the more I understand Sosie. Alright guys, God bless the ring. Wait, this is a fighting game, not an RPG. Oh, it has its own RPG mode. I see. Final Fantasy VII Remake. For those who want the experience of the original game, but don't like turn-based battles. Fragile Dreams, Forever Ruins of the Moon. It's supposed to be a survival horror, but it's not that scary. Grandia. The fights are more easy compared to walking around town without getting lost. Indivisible. A hand-drawn Metroidvania-style RPG from the creators of Skullgirls. The Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. The most insane RPG since Final Fantasy. Or at least that's what it says on the front cover. Lost Kingdoms. In this game, you summon cat monsters to fight for you, so it's like Pokemon mixed with Yu-Gi-Oh! Lost Kingdoms 2. Pretty much the same as the first one, but with our one-drumming characters. Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga. Or as I like to call it, Super Mario Bros. C, the prequel. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This is actually a remake of the Nintendo DS version. Programmed by Level 5 and animated by Studio Ghibli. Best crossover in history. Octopath Traveler, an RPG where you play as 8 protagonists, each with a unique story. But come on, everyone knows Primrose is the real protagonist. Or I'll finish your base. Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door. One of the few Mario spin-offs with dark themes. Persona 5. A group of youngsters fighting corrupt adults in the underground with the help of supernatural creatures. Basically Kids Next Door, but with Digimon. Quest 64. You know there's always a wizard sidekick in a team of every RPG? Well, here you play as a wizard the whole game. Rush Galaxy. One Piece in Space. Skies of Arcadia. One Piece in the Sky. Undertale. Huh? Where's the game? Oh, I remember now. Let's just say that I took the not so familiar route and got stuck in the voids. So let's move on to the last game, shall we? Kingdom Hearts 2. One of the few sequels in the game series that is actually better than the first one in later entries. But I'll explain that later. For those who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is a collaboration between Square Enix and Disney. The star of the series is Sora, an energetic boy from the tropical island. He is accompanied by two iconic Disney characters, Donald Duck as the mage and Goofy as the shield knight. And the three of them are on a quest to fight the darkness as they threaten several worlds. It looks pretty similar to the first one, but it's actually much better. The Disney world levels are more diverse and more simple. They don't look like messes anymore like the first game. Oh, speaking of levels, the new ones in this game are pretty cool, such as Port Royale from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please.
For its time, the characters in this level are pretty decent. Like true crime, remember? Not too old, not too modern.
I got you out of that jail cell, Sparrow. Do this, and your debt's repaid.
You'll have to win Fair Lady's heart alone, mate. I see no profit in it for me.
In some levels, Sora, Donald, and Goofy change their appearance to fit several worlds. For example, Sora turns into a lion in the Pride Lands from The Lion King. Some of his most animated poor heroes pretty cool. And of course, we can forget the Keyblades. Each one has their unique ability that focuses on strength, magic, items, or combos. My favorite ones are Hero's Crest, Circle of Life, Rumbling Rose, Slippery Lion, and Fatal Crest. The first one was great because it had Disney villains as the main antagonist, instead of a group of weirdos in black clothes that nobody cares. Well, except Axel, he's alright.
Got it memorized?
But in some worlds, the level design is terrible. The areas are too small, there are too many access points, and there's a lot of backtracking. The tunnel one is also good because it has walls based on Disney Pixar. But in some levels, Sora and the others don't get involved too much with the characters. It's like watching a Disney movie, but with Sora, Donald, and Goofy just standing in the background.
I'm lost. What's going on?
To sum up, Sora has better abilities, the world levels are much easier, there's more killability options, and there's more interaction with the characters from Disney, Final Fantasy, and the originals from Kingdom Hearts series. Epic battles, epic story, epic crossovers. This game had everything in 2005.
Now, finish him!
And this is why Kingdom Hearts 2 is my #1